Started as an uneasiness around guests and strangers, then evolved into an awkwardness and a strong feeling of discomfort. Let's try to get the gregarious trait. And we did. And we didn't even become stressed. Look at that. Now we're not a total social incompetent. Jarl Halfdan has come up with the idea for removing a thieves guild in counties. Pay them to move elsewhere. We don't associate with criminals. We'll just kill them. What do you think they're dealing with here? Successful siege. We've dragged some men out of their hiding holes. Someone usurped Raumsdaler. Okay, this is just internal conflict, so we don't really care about what's going on there. The realm didn't lose any land, so we're good. We're fine. We're doing excellent here. Siege of Starnavik. All right, we're gonna get this wrapped up right quick. Iona. Believe one of your vassals can be discouraged. Jarl Halfdan. He's an okay guy. He seems pretty chill. I don't need to discourage him from joining factions at the moment. Unsuccessful raid from the defenders at Iona. Okay. And as soon as this falls, we're going to march around the land path so we're not attacking across a strait. Yeah, look at that. Look at that! The Berserker King, Heston of Meath, is now my prisoner. We're going to sacrifice him to Odin, you know what? Show the true fury of the Northmen. I mean, the Irish people would pretty much know the fury of the Northmen. A lot of them were using Norse mercenaries in their armies by this point. So, rumors that great spoils are waiting behind the walls of Schlava. Alright. Are you being real with me right now? You, the leader of the, like, Odin Warrior Society, you want me to raid the Jomsvikings? We're not doing that. You fucking nuts. They should not, that mission should not generate targets on co-religionists, just gonna say. Alright, force demands. You're my vassal now, you hate me. Probably couldn't kill you. If I imprison you, that's going to be 40 tyranny. If I revoke your title, it would be 15 tyranny. But we have a truce, so we can't do that. We might just have to wait for him to die. Who's his heir? 17-year-old Catholic. Does he have other sons? Oh, he has no siblings. Okay. The Chief of Dublin is his brother or something? Or cousin? And we have threat now. We'll see how this goes. Can't force him to convert, but we'll keep an eye on it. If he wants to revolt, then revolt. do us the favor of giving us a reason to throw you in prison, dude. All right, so we're establishing kind of a respectable North Sea Empire here. We have Orkney. We have mainland Norway, and we've seized most of the western Scottish Isles, as well as Caithness and Ross, as well as Dublin, which was was founded as a Viking port, and we also control Meath, which was a fairly prosperous area of Ireland, though Ireland was mostly tribal and pretty poor at this point in time. Do you want to be my vassal? Yes, he does. So we're going to get the Shetland Islands under our control. What about the Chief of the Faroes? Do you want to be our vassal? Yes, he does. Alright, so we're sailing around and collecting oaths of fealty from the other Norse lords of... this would be what would have been considered Norðreyjar, whereas Suðreyjar is the islands closer to Scotland, so the Northern Isles and the Southern Isles. Iceland was historically very stubborn, but let's see. Actually, King Gunnar of Iceland looks like he is more than happy to be our vassal. Excellent. That's actually very cool. It's very cool of him. All right, so we could go after Strathclyde, maybe. We'd only be able to take one county at a time here. I think we do need to start kind of thinking about holy sites, so we have one already. We have Nidaros. The Svear control Upland currently, and the Temple of Uppsala, which was really probably the most important religious site in all of Sweden during the pagan era. Denmark. The funny thing is, if they converted, that would actually make things... Holy shit! They conquered part of the Frisian coast down here. They actually have a... They have a... This actually... Okay, this makes a lot of sense. If you think about how Vikings actually operated, because having this little port here at the mouth of the Rhine would actually give you a very good base of operations to raid, like, as far as Trier and Frankfurt. That's something that would have happened quite a bit. Actually, during the height of the Viking Age, there would have been lots of little Viking ports like this along the coast here. Probably not enough to be represented in Crusader Kings as, like, actually controlling a province. But they did have lots of little ports. It would be kind of interesting if Vikings could have some sort of trade post mechanic where you can establish a temporary port in a county or something. Particularly during the Norman era. The Normans, despite being... why are they French? That should be Norman culture. I guess he converted to his liege's culture or something. Even after they started speaking French and became Catholic, they were kind of notorious for just, like, letting Vikings kind of hang out in their lands. Sometimes Vikings that were, like, going to raid other parts of France, and they're like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. No, we don't have any Vikings here. Yeah, the Normans actually maintained pretty strong relationships with some of their Norse cousins for quite a while after settling down as good Christian sons. There was a lot of that kind of stuff going around. Let's see. So, what CBs could we get against King Olafur here? We could force his vassalization. That's very tempting. By the way, Akko fans, look at that. Kironia expanding into Saaremaa. How about that? Yom's Vikings are expanding as well. So say we vassalize them, say we get Uppsala. Denmark. Border dispute over Neumark or Volgast. Doesn't really help us. Do tributaries count for controlling holy sites? Does anybody in chat know? Like, if we made the kings of Denmark pay tribute to us, does that count? Let's see. Control 3 Germanic holy sites. It doesn't say necessarily. Because, okay, the other two are currently controlled by the Germans. We got Zeeland and we got Paderborn, I believe. Or is it Braunschweig? Which one is it? Yeah, it's Paderborn. And the German king, the Ettonian king at this point, King Otto the Butcher. We could declare a conquest of Zeeland, but actually, that's not very, his army's not very big. If we bring the Vikings along, we might be able to. We might be able to deal with that. Does he have tribal vassals? The Duke of Lorraine is his tributary. Can he call other... I don't think he can call other Catholics into a county conquest, can he? Okay. By the way, West Francia has conquered London and Oxford. Currently under yeah, they're under a French count. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. I think that is what we should do. What is going on here? Bjarmia must be... Yeah, that's a Gavelkind realm of the Avmundso dynasty. That was not Bjarmians coming in and conquering part of Sweden. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, so we're gonna try to subjugate the Swedes, because he's still a petty king. He's not a real king. Tribal vassal, tribal vassal, tribal vassal. He's actually over his vassal limit. Oh, what if we went to war with Germany now? Okay. He can call a maximum of about 9 or 10,000 at the height of his power. Potential allied troops would already put us over. I mean, some of them probably wouldn't be able to get to us because I'm not sure if they're smart enough to use boats. And do we have the piety to summon the Vikings? I believe we do. Yeah, we could hire the Vikings. They're actually kind of weak right now. They must, they've kind of worn themselves down. Oh, man, all these, like, high-risk, high-reward things going on right now. Do we have any other Norse lords that we could vassalize real quick? That's the one other thing I want to know. So... yeah, we've already got Dublin. The Isle of Man is under Denmark. We could actually force vassalization of this guy, too. We could actually we could vassalize the Swedes and the Geats if we wanted, if we really wanted to. Potential vassal allied troops. Let's do this. Let's try to vassalize. Oh, we don't have the prestige. All right, time for raids. How much time do we have left in this stream? 15 minutes. All right, we'll get some raids going. Get our prestige up, like good Vikings, and prepare for the coming vassalization of the Swedes. Defensive pact. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm not worried. All right, we have a plan. We have a plan, my friends. Lots of people are afraid of us. All right. 2,800 men. Yeah, it looks like Wales is still going to be our prime target here. Yeah, we got a lot of... Where's the defensive pact map mode? Basically all of Ireland is joining the defensive pact against us. The man is a coward, that's for certain. He can't fight shadows and loud noises, frighten him, and blood makes him faint. You're a disgrace, and I despise you. Actually, let's tell the whole castle about his cowardice. Even better. Alright. Oh yeah, England's conquered some large swaths of Wales, as the English are often wont to do. Fellow member of the Wolf Warriors has been killed. Okay, that's fine. Defensive pacts won't save you from my raids. So we need 1,000 prestige to vassalize the Swedes. Alright, I know everyone's scared of me. It's fine. They should be. Thieves Guild has been eradicated. We have a peasant revolt in Agadir. Alright, disgruntled former soldier. It would probably be a tribesman revolt. I mean, we're not feudal, so there aren't peasants. But, yeah. A revolt of the local populace against the king could be possible without noble backing. Alright, let's get on our boat here. Let's go tell these guys what we think of their stupid rebellion. Which is that it's dumb and we hate it. Let's see. Keep teaching my guys to be inspiring. Catholic uprising! Alright. Militant priest. That seems more legit. Excellent! Hordaland is prospering from our thing here. Alright. Get on the boat. We're gonna land in Caithness. We're gonna go show these Catholics what's for. Gonna wait for our morale to recover first. We're gonna teach our son to be a warrior. Alright. Show the might of the Berserkers. Yeah, not even close. Not even close. And that's the end of that. Another raving mob of Catholic infidels. Good description. And they also got crushed. See, that's what you get. That is what you get. Where is that guy? I am going to... Let's see. Oh, I can't force him to convert because we don't have an organized religion. That's alright. We'll hold a great bloat or something. We'll light him on fire. It'll be great. Okay, back to raiding, which was previously interrupted. So rudely by all these revolts. What was that? I don't know what that was. Let's see. 10 minutes to go. Hold a great tribal festival. Let's do it. We have just enough money. Sending out invitations. Everyone will be glad to join. See if anyone refuses. The period of festivities is about to start. All sorts of peddlers, bards, and fortune tellers are gathering in Hordaland, bringing their tales and offerings. I should make sure to prepare myself before traveling. Yeah, let's go hunting. Celebrations have finally begun. Hordaland is bustling with activity. People from every corner of Norwegian have traveled here to pay their respects to me and my ancestors, exchange tales and goods, and have a good time. Fantastic. An old woman suddenly jumps in my line of sight, giving me a toothless smile. Yeah, let's pay to have our fortune told. Fortune teller assures me that a period of good luck is just around the corner and that I need only look for the right opportunities. Put the entire realm into debt to have my fortune told, but you know, sometimes you should. Nice! Got the Viking trait. Things quickly get out of control. King Tryggva, he's a berserker. Of course he would join in the looting. Let's be real here. I know we lose 200 prestige, but yeah. Actually, that's a cool excuse to talk about Hrolfr Kraki's saga and Norse kingship, actually. The reason why you would lose prestige from joining in the looting is because for these Old Norse kings whose rule was largely based on prestige rather than territory, which CK2 does like a decent job of modeling, it was kind of considered uncouth to be like miserly or greedy. There is actually Hrolfr Kraki's saga, which is one of the more famous. It's actually a saga that takes place during the pre-Viking age, like kind of even before the start of CK2. If we look at the Kingdom of Denmark, he might actually... No, it considers Knut the first king. Hrolfr Kraki was a Danish king, and he famously went to the hall of the Kingdom of the Swedes and basically kicked him out of his own hall and kind of took over. But he didn't actually conquer the land. He didn't claim Sweden as his territory, because all he was really there to do was to prove that he was the better, like, more worthy king. And he's like, yeah, I've done that. I've proven I can kick your ass, and everyone's going to hear about it, and now I'm going to go home. Like, it wasn't really about territorial ownership so much, until much later, when guys like Harald Fairhair, our ancestor, started to form these territorial kingdoms with the money they brought back from raids. But yeah, at the end of Hrolfr Kraki's saga, he basically he like pieces out, rides away from the Swedish king's hall. Is like, yeah, I made you look like a fool. I showed all your men that you're useless. I'm going home. Have fun with your dumb life and your dumb frozen forests or whatever. And then he throws a bunch of treasure out on the ground as he's riding away, and like all of the Swedish soldiers are like scrambling to pick it up. So and he's like, so he's losing money, but he's also proving that these men who work for this rival king are just like greedy a-holes who, you know, they don't really fight for, you know, anything besides riches. So that's why it would make sense for me to lose 200 prestige for joining in the looting. If we go back on the lore of the era. Anyway, few unintended fights and several challenges thrown amongst guests. It's been decided the best way to appease the crowd is to organize a tournament for our best warriors. Not only there may be many in the tribe excited to test their mettle in a friendly competition, the shamans have also assured me that this will be a good way to obtain the favor of Odin. Shaman is a weird word to use. There's actually quite a lot of debate among the modern Norse pagan community if you can really call the Germanic tradition a shamanic tradition. I kind of come down on the side that yes, it is. There are some good arguments that it's not. I mean, the word shaman actually comes from the steppes, so it's, you know, it's not a Germanic term. But wow, look at that Bulgar cognate right there. They're the Cumans too are getting pretty big, pretty scary steppe realms. I think you can call it a shamanic tradition, but they probably would not have called their leaders shamans. Just anthropologically, it has some traits that would be considered shamanistic. Yeah, let's join. Let's join ourselves. Recover some face from that looting we did. The crowd quickly assembles in the town square as the first contenders find their place in the fighting ring. I'm one of the first to be picked, and soon find myself in the thick of a brawl, dodging and striking against my first opponent while our tribesmen cheer around us. I hold down the last opponent for a few moments, still making to ensure my victory after standing up to the cheers of all the tribesmen. As the last man standing, I am the undisputed winner of the tournament. Hell yeah. Didn't gain the brave trait, but recovered some prestige. I've proven that I'm a good king. With the period of festivities nearing its end, it's finally time to burn our offerings to the old gods and pray that they will protect us in years to come. As a long moment of silence shrouds Hordaland as the smoke rises to the night sky, and the shamans lead us in a somber hymn concluding the ceremony. As I've said in previous episodes, it would probably be the chieftain leading the hymn. The Norse really didn't have anything like a priest class. I mean, the closest thing would have been something kind of like a fortune teller, but the chieftain, the secular leader, usually also performed the functions of a priest. Anyway, glory to Frey, +2 moral authority, prosperity of our capital increases. These are all good things. Let's see. On death, these titles might pass from your realm. That's okay. Alright. So we've successfully raided Monmouth. Set a bunch of churches on fire. We're going to go beat up these guys. Why do there keep being defensive pacts against the Byzantine Empire? Because I keep looking over here and it doesn't look like he's gotten that much bigger. Or maybe he's expanding out into the Caucasus. That must be what he's doing. Again, I kind of hope we get a strong Byzantium, because strong Byzantium makes things pretty interesting. Alright, Cardiff and Llandaff, I believe is how you would pronounce that. I think the double L in Welsh is a sound. Let's see, I can't stop thinking of all my prisoners. Did we gain the cruel trait? We are cruel, so yeah, we're gonna roleplay that. We're gonna oil up the rack. Elder says, are you Ossetru or just know a lot about the topic? I don't know if you're familiar with, like, Einar Selvik from the band Wardruna. I'm kind of similar to him, that I consider myself part of the new Nordic spiritual tradition. I wouldn't say that I'm not a member of, like, any specific, like, Ossetru or heathen organization. There are especially some in the United States that I'm not a big fan of. But yeah, I mean, if you ask me very simply what is my religion, I would say Germanic pagan. Let's see. What was Mecha Reaper? I lost track of Mecha Reaper's question. TJ, I want to continue to listen to your explanations of period history, but my internet keeps dropping. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Well, luckily this will be all up on YouTube. Subscribe. It's youtube.com/The Loresworn Order. We're just Loresworn Order on Twitch, but it's The Loresworn Order on YouTube because something, I guess, went wrong that didn't let us get the other URL. We're going to expose this plot. We are going to finish the siege. Cardiff was filled with horses and cattle. Our raiders have rounded up a large flock in the main square so that I can decide which ones to pick from myself and what to do with them. We're going to share them with our best warriors, because that's what a proper Norse king would do. And what a proper Casey the Lore Dog would do is slurp her water loudly during the stream. I think that's gonna end it for tonight. Goals going forward: subjugation of the Swedes. We're trying to get up to that 1,000 prestige so that we can use that CB. From there, we're probably going to try to seize Zeeland from the Germans if we can. hopefully with the help of the Ohms Vikings, who will hopefully stop fighting territorial wars so that they can actually recover their numbers. Oh, they're getting there. They're getting there. And then we'll have 3 holy sites, and I think at that point we should have enough. Oh, the failed prepared invasion really fucked us over. We'll get it. We can get up to 50 though. Yeah, then we'll try to reform the Germanic faith. I think the fact that the Germans are encroaching on Schleswig is probably enough of an RP justification that Tryggva might be thinking along the lines of, I wonder if making our religion more like these organized religions in the south might be a good idea. So anyway, follow AsaTJ on Twitter. That is ASATJ. That is the best way to find out when new videos get posted on YouTube, when we're streaming on Twitch, generally Saturday nights. But I am trying to do some more streams during the week, especially during what is the morning for me, so that our European friends can have a better chance of tuning in. Follow us on Twitch, subscribe if you want to throw a couple bucks our way. It's always appreciated. At some point I'm going to get Patreon going, but and I've been saying that for like 2 years. I just need to make it live already. Subscribe on YouTube, follow Twitch, all that stuff. I think that's everything that I'm like obligated by the gods of streaming to say at the end of a stream. Thank you to everyone who tuned in, especially thank you everybody who came on the raid for Mordred's stream. We'd love to have you back here anytime you want to show up, and we'll see you next time.